Today, I am showing you guys the Miso. This is the Miso, and it has a lot of features happening with it. Look at that cute nose. It's got a lot of fluff, and it's ready to go. Laying like that. What are you doing? You're pretty cute, man. He's actually our cat. We're just hanging out. But today, we are actually covering the Miso. So for now, sit back, relax, and let's get it. So it's been over a year since I originally unveiled the Urban Minimalist, my very first knife design in collaboration with Urban EDC. Now, over the past year, I've been in really close communication with Urban EDC, and we've done a ton of changes to the original prototype. We even had to change the name of the knife because CRKT, if you guys know them, they're a ginormous knife corporation, basically sent Urban EDC and I a cease and desist letter saying, hey, you can't use the word minimalist because it's trademarked. We decided to concede a legal battle that we were already gonna lose, and I came up with the name Miso. It's literally named after our cat. Ashley was in love with it, I was in love with it, and it's really simple. I mean, if you think about it, miso soup is like a really simple broth. So if we're talking about minimalism, just put 2 and 2 together and boom, there you go. I'll cover the rest of the changes here in a sec, but if you guys are interested in picking up the Urban EDC Miso, I'll be leaving an affiliate link in the description below. It really helps out the channel if you use that link, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. All right, enough rambling. I'm way too excited to show you guys these things. So here is the original Urban EDC Minimalist, now the Miso, and then the final production variant. On the outside, everything looks very similar to the original variant. However, there are a ton of changes done to it. First off, you'll notice that this new one has a full hollow grind. Now, we are still doing the compound hollow grind. However, that is just going to be for people who pre-ordered the knife. Now, the reason why we have to offer a full hollow grind or a compound hollow grind is because the manufacturer actually grounded every single blade with a full hollow grind. And just to show you guys the differences between the two, the compound hollow grind just feels a little bit more robust. However, I do really think that this full hollow grind is going to be a lot more minimalistic looking. On top of that, it's going to be even more slicey and more lightweight. Youngsu, the owner of Urban EDC, will be sending an email blast out to everyone that pre-ordered this specific model, and he's going to give you the option to either choose the full hollow grind or the compound hollow grind. All you have to do is respond to that email, and then you get to choose a way. Now, the stipulation on the compound hollow grind is you do have another 3-month wait, and if you want to go with the full hollow grind, that will only be a few weeks from now. For those of you guys that have not ordered the knife yet, it will come default with the full hollow grind variant. Again, this is still a very minimalistic aesthetic, and I'm actually really digging it so far. On top of that, it's going to be quite a bit lighter. Speaking of weight, let's just call this the Urban Minimalist so you guys know the difference. The Urban Minimalist was 5 ounces, whereas the Urban EDC Miso comes in at about 3.6 ounces, which is absolutely absurd just due to the fact that this knife almost looks identical aside from the grinds, and then another thing here on the backside that we'll cover here in a sec. The reason why we were able to cut so much weight is because not only does it have the hollow grind or compound hollow grind, but the interior scales are all skeletonized. Give me 1 second, let me grab a bit driver and I'll show you guys. Now, before we take these apart and show you the internals, I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Basically, on the original design, there's absolutely no body screws on the titanium variants. The goal of the Urban Miso is to make this as minimalistic as possible, but still pack a punch in terms of features. So the only screw that you're gonna see on the show side are gonna be the pivot screws. I'm just gonna time lapse this real quick and get this thing pulled apart so you guys can see what's going on the inside. All right, now you guys can really see why there's a huge weight reduction. It's due to the fact that we did this CNC milling and made some pockets on both of the sides of the scale. So this is gonna be on every single variant with this pocket milling. And then on the titanium variants on the show side, there's also gonna be additional pocket milling. With the other G10 and micarta variants, there's just gonna be a micarta cover and then a titanium liner. So here's the original laser engraving placement, and then we've gone ahead and changed it to the show side scale. Of course, this is going to be laser etched on the liner for the G10 and micarta variants as well. Other things I didn't point out in the previous video is the fact that this thing is going to be working off of ceramic bearings, so that's going to be a really nice touch. You guys can also upgrade this bad boy with skiff bearings if you decide that you want to. Let me quickly put these back together and we'll move on to the next changes. Okay, they're both reassembled, and one thing that you guys might notice when you get them in your hands is I specifically designed these knives to be really easy to tear apart and reassemble. It's literally 3 T8 screws and you can get the entire knife apart to either maintenance it, if you want to put in new bearings, stuff like that. There's one on the pocket clip, one on the body itself, and then the pivot. You actually don't even have to remove the pocket clip to get this thing apart, and that's what I love about it. And speaking of pocket clips, that's the next big change that I did on this knife specifically. Now on the Urban Minimalist, the original one, I've actually upgraded this one with a Lynch Northwest pocket clip. Now this is specifically made for the Urban Miso, so you can actually swap this one onto the final production Miso. We actually reached out to Lynch Northwest to see if we can do an aftermarket clip option, and he went ahead and designed this, and that's going to be available on the Urban EDC website, so stay tuned for that. Now here is the original pocket clip on the prototype one of the Urban Minimalist. You'll see that the final production variant is very much extended. We're probably looking at a 20 to 30% increase in overall length. The reason why I did that is because with the original clip, we literally just ripped this off of the f5.5. However, with this being a larger knife, it was not really retaining in the pocket very well. So I made it a point to actually extend the pocket clip so that way it retains in the pocket and then has a lot more stability. I've been carrying the final production variants all weekend. It's not a ton of time, but I can already tell that this thing is just so much more stable and I absolutely love it. Now in terms of the retention, it's going to be more on the medium level. What I actually like to do when putting knives in the pocket is pull up the pocket clip like this and then slide it in. That's just me personally. Now a lot of you guys out there might be cutting corners really fast, especially when the knife is in the pocket, and that's where you tend to break pocket clips. Don't worry, that's where the Lynch Northwest aftermarket clip comes in. This is going to be quite a bit more robust, and I can almost guarantee you that you won't be able to bend this clip if you hit a counter or something like that. Now the last big change that I did to the knife is going to be on the blade spine. Originally this was a flat grind pretty much on the blade spine, so it's just basically flat across. It can sit flat on a table. However, I took something out of the CRK or Chris Reeve Knives playbook. If you guys have ever handled a Sebenza before, you'll notice that there's a crown spine, so a rounded spine. It just feels so good in the hand. It improves the traction on your jimping as well. Let me see if I can give you guys an example of that. So here's the flat spine and then the crown spine is over here. It just feels so much more refined and is kind of really unique to this knife itself. You don't really see crown spines done to a lot of production knives. I don't know why. Every single knife should have a crown spine just because it's so much more comfortable to grip. I'm guessing it's just a little bit more expensive, but for me, that was an absolute must. Oh, and I almost forgot, the scale width is going to be a little bit thinner than the original. We're probably looking at like a 5 to 10% reduction in total thickness. The blade is still going to be the same exact thickness, but the scales have just been a tiny bit trimmed down, and I absolutely love the feel. Now I get to show you guys the really cool stuff, the different variations that we have. Let's go ahead and start off with the black micarta variant. This is just so clean. It still has the skeletonization on the lock bar side, extended pocket clip. This is a full hollow grind variant. And this guy comes in at about 3.8, 3.9 ounces in total weight. I didn't mention this credit goes to Taylor Martin. You can actually front flip this knife as well. That was not the intention of it, but you can actually grip up on the jimping and get this thing to front flip. The black micarta variant is really clean, and the micarta actually has been upgraded. And as you can tell, this is a year old. So this is just the prototype micarta. Here's the final production micarta. It feels a lot more smooth and is a little bit more oil prone, so it just looks quite a bit nicer. Another thing you'll notice on the micarta variant is there are going to be additional screws here to hold on the liner and the micarta scale, whereas the titanium variants don't have that. Next up, we have the black G10 variants, and yes, these are coated. Oh my god, man. When they sent me over the original black G10, it was like, okay, that's cool. It has a satin blade and then a titanium frame, and it kind of looked off to me, so I was like, hey guys, can we do a full black variant, just all black everything? And they're like, let's see what we can do. Had to push pretty hard for this, but they made it happen. So literally everything on this knife is going to be blackout, including the thumb studs, the pivot, the body screws, the pocket clip, and the frame itself. Everything is just black on black. Here is the full hollow grind variant, and here's the compound grind variant. These are actually going to be the most heavy out of the bunch, coming in at about 4.1 ounces on the compound hollow grind variant, and then 3.9 on the full hollow grind variants. I think these look absolutely badass and expect to see this maybe in the July pocket dump video. We'll see. And I saved the best for last, the Sageha patterned Urban EDC Miso. So this is a pattern that Urban EDC has never used before. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. It adds a lot of texture and grip to the handle. And the perks to these are they still come in at about 3.6 ounces with that milling. These look absolutely gorgeous. And if you're into collecting Urban EDC knives, then you'll know what this pattern is. This is a signature of Urban EDC and they let me pick the pattern. So yeah, these are just my favorite. In all honesty, if I had to pick a knife out of the entire bunch, this one right here, the circle pattern compound hollow grind, is my go-to. This is just basically the perfected vision that I had in my mind when we were designing this. Some last remarks I wanted to make. A lot of you guys were like, hey, this feels a lot like a Chavez knife. And you know what? Part of the 229 kind of inspired this, okay? I'm just gonna say that right now. That, the ProTech Malibu, the Benchmade Bug Out, the Brian Brown Knives Raptor, there's a bunch of different knives that have gone into this single design. I took inspiration from all of my most favorite knives of all time and combined it into one while still maintaining a minimalist look. But there you guys have it, my very first knife design in its final form, the Urban EDC Miso, in collaboration with Everyday Minimalist. I'm so ecstatic about these knives. And again, if you guys are interested in grabbing one of these, go into the link in the description below. Get your hands on one before they're completely sold out. I actually think the black ones are sold out, so you guys can't get the all black yet. Don't worry, later this year, we might be doing another run of these, depending on how these go when it gets into people's hands. And for those of you guys that didn't click off yet, this is the next collab. And right after that is this. Yeah, stay tuned. Aside from that, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about my knife design. Thank you guys so much for dropping by, and I guess we'll have to catch you on the next one. Peace out.